I'm Dominique Baumann, CEO of Roquette Canada. When we're expanding into a new country, we're looking at political stability, also the ethic in the country, and then logistic infrastructure are very important. You need to be able to get goods in and out of the country. And last but not least, the people quality, the skills of the people. Will we be able to hire people in the country with specific skills to meet our needs? So these are the first criteria. But Roquette is really launching the plant-based protein. So we are one of the anchor in the world to develop plant-based protein, especially coming from peas. And it's a highly competitive market. It's new technology. So we're looking also in that specific case for a country where patents are followed, that competition is fair, and that some other companies from the country are not going to steal our technologies. There is one more reason, is we were focusing on plant-based protein from pulses, and Canada is the biggest producer of peas. And that's another reason. The natural resources in Canada are awesome. So not only peas, pulses, but also water. Hydroelectricity is available in Manitoba. So these are all choices or options which made us choose Manitoba and Canada. We looked at some other countries. I mean, north of US, North Dakota has some growing peas also. So US was an option. But we were very welcomed also by the government of Manitoba. So this was, we created relations with the government, and that made it easy for us to build a greenfield in Manitoba. Obviously, they have programs to attract new businesses like tax incentive, GST options on capex. The fact that they were able to provide some infrastructure in Portage. As an example, we are using the wastewater plant from the city to treat the effluents from the plant. We are also buying fresh water from the city. So these are all infrastructures we do not have to build. And being part of the industrial park here in Portage was a big advantage. The proximity of Highway 1. So Manitoba is in the middle of the country of Canada, and so we're shipping protein south to the US. We're shipping proteins and other products to Asia. So logistic and the situation of Winnipeg with good railroad connection, good railroad, but also road connection made it a perfect choice for us. I was very worried about, when I first accepted the job to lead this project in Canada, in Manitoba. I was very worried that we would have difficulties to find people, to find talent. Based on my experience in our plant in Iowa, Iowa, we have a plant in the southeast corner of Iowa, and it was a struggle to find talent. And so I was concerned, but I have to say that this concern is not there anymore. A year ago when I joined, we were maybe 15 people. We're about 50 people now in July, and we hired all the functions, all the staff, from HR, logistics, communication, finance, even R&D, maintenance, operation, and we didn't have any issue to find talent. We're moving into the second wave, which is hiring the operators. and maintenance people, but so far maintenance people, mechanics, electrical and control people, we are able to find the talent we need. And I would add that talent is one thing, so technical talent is one thing, but we also find that, and this might be Manitoba, we also find people with a great work ethic. It's really the huge agriculture potential Canada brings. There are skilled farmers, there is land, there is water, and the farmers are very open to new crops. So the natural resource is actually an advantage for Canada, and I think Canada needs to or should build on these huge resources. Canada is exporting a lot of peas. It's #1 exporter of peas to Asia, also to Europe, but mainly Asia. And this is just raw material. We have the opportunity here to build an ecosystem and create more value from the peas. I think it's a very nice idea. It's a good idea. And it's not an idea anymore, it's a reality because it's happening. So we have a collaboration right now with a company called Prairie Fava, and without PEAK, we would never, even started a collaboration with this company, and we would not evaluate fava beans in Canada. We would maybe do it in France or in Europe. Or other countries, but not in Canada. So this is triggering. This is an opportunity to build partnership, and it's forcing companies like us to build partnership. I think it's a good idea because it's a huge opportunity for Canada to add value to the raw materials Canada is already producing, and any company cannot do it by itself. So we need to work together. Small companies are helping large companies. Small companies are much faster and agile than large companies like Roquette. We have a lot of research, but small companies can sometimes go faster. So we need to build synergies between companies to get the best out of the raw materials which the farmers are making available to us here in Canada. The vision is to build an ecosystem, and we have talked about this with the government in Manitoba. So we're not doing this in a vacuum. Each time we have an opportunity or we see an opportunity, we talk with a potential partner, and then we collectively work with the government of Manitoba to see if we could attract this partner here in Portage. So we are building a plant right now, but this is really the first, cornerstone of our adventure in Canada. We're gonna be about, 10 billion people in 2050, which means we're gonna have to feed all these people. And there are studies showing that we need about 60% more food production compared to today. And today we're about 7.5 to 8 billion people. And 60% food production increase means could have a big toll on the planet. So our purpose at Roquette is really to help in taking on this challenge. And we think that plant-based protein is one of the answers. Because first, pulses and peas are using much less water, are generating less CO2. So it's a good balance. It's a good balance with animal-based protein. Not advocating that we need to stop to eat meat from animals, but it's complementary. It's one way to produce more proteins, and it's one way to produce more proteins to feed the world. So that's really one of the challenges we want to help resolve at the global at the global level, and this is really what we are building in Portage. So Portage is the first block. We're gonna make our standard proteins, but then we're gonna expand into more value-added proteins, and also use some of the products which are in the peas, like starches, fibers, solubles, to produce even more value-added products. Okay. So we're building an ecosystem. Our vision is to build an ecosystem here in Portage, attracting other companies around our plant, and we are in contact with some other companies, and hopefully we will be able to attract them next to us and send some products over the fan and add value to the products. So it could be Canadian companies, could be European companies, could be US companies. So I think that's the beauty of this industrial park. There is land, there is water, good logistic connectivity. So there is a lot of opportunities for growth here.